Welcome to week 13. This is the final week in this quarter. Bible Studies for Life. Hey, it's Thanksgiving week. Those of you that are in the States, this is our big week. You're either, when you're watching this, you're either getting ready for it, or you're having it, or you just had it, or you're recuperating, you're taking a nap, you're using me to fall asleep after you had your turkey. I don't know. But it is Thanksgiving week, the end of November, and we're excited about this passage today in Psalm 107, talking about giving thanks and what we have to be thankful for. Before we look at that, be sure and subscribe to our channel. If you've got questions, put those in the comments or answers. Just, how about this? Put in the comment what you're thankful for, something that you're thankful for, whatever it is. Let's fill the comments up with things that you're thankful for. All right, share the video. We appreciate you doing that. Let's look at Psalm 107. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His faithful love endures forever. Let the redeemed of the Lord proclaim that he has redeemed them from the power of the foe and has gathered them from the lands, from the east and the west, from the north and the south. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. That really is all we need to say of why we should celebrate Thanksgiving, or a time of giving thanks. And not just then, but all year round, constantly give thanks to the Lord, because the Lord is good. He is good. So good. He does so much, but it's not because of what he does. It is because of who he is. His immutable characteristic is that he is good. He is good. He defines good. Everything that is good is from him. He is good to us. He is so good to us. He is patient, right? All these other words that we could use are summed up in this word good. He is patient with us. He loves us. He forgives us. He perseveres with us. He challenges us. He helps us. He provides for us. He binds up our wounds. He protects us. He puts us, he is our refuge. He is good. His faithful love, his hesed, this Hebrew word is hesed, his faithful love, covenant love, endures forever. This love that never ends, this love that goes no matter where we are or what we need, this love that has no end, not only in time but in distance. You cannot get away from his love. His love pursues you wherever you are. Not only time, not only distance, but circumstance. His love endures no matter what happens. He loves us, right? Let the redeemed of the Lord proclaim that he has redeemed them from the power of the foe. The Lord has redeemed me. He saved me. And I grew up in a church. I was in a great family, great mom and dad, raised me well. They loved me. They took care of me. They took me to church all the time. But I needed saving because I was lost. Sometimes we think, well, I wasn't a drug addict. I wasn't in prison. I wasn't whatever. I don't have a great testimony. No, listen. You have a testimony. The Lord saved you. The Lord brought you out of your lostness. He forgave your sin, no matter where you were, what it was. And sometimes it's easier to see it when it is so apparent to everyone else. And sometimes it's harder for those who are good people, where we do the good things. We don't ever do any horrible, terrible things that anybody knows about anyway, okay? Sometimes it's harder for those people to realize, look, I need saving. I am not going to make it on my own. If it's just up to me, I'm in trouble, right? The Lord has redeemed us and gathered us from the east, the west, the north, and the south, from all over the world. I've really been privileged over the last many years to travel all over the world, from the Far East to South America, all over Europe and the Middle East and other places all over North America. God's blessed me for that opportunity, and the Lord saves people all over the world. All over. He gathers us up, right? Some wandered in the desolate wilderness, finding no way to a city where they could live. They were hungry and thirsty. Their spirits failed within them. Oh, what a lonely life. Some leave, right? Some have lived. All of us have been in this place where we could not figure out where to go. And what happened? Then they cried out to the Lord in their trouble, and he rescued them from their distress. He rescued them. He led them by the right path to go to a city where they could live. Let them give thanks to the Lord for his faithful love and his wondrous works for all humanity. You know, every single one of us has been in this place, wandering and wondering how to get, wandering and wondering. You catch that? Wandering and wondering how to get where we want to go, where it really matters. We have wondered how that would happen. And the Lord, in the midst of that, heard our cry. He heard us cry out to the Lord. Thank the Lord that He heard us cry out and that He found us there, right? And He led us, took us by the right path to the city where we could live. Listen, if that's you, the Lord saved you where you are, the Lord has rescued you, give thanks to the Lord. You're wondering, what am I going to give thanks for to the Lord for this Thanksgiving? Listen, there you go, right here. I don't know if you can even see this notification. Brody's birthday is tomorrow. You know what that is? That's my grandson's birthday. It's November 1st when I'm recording this. His birthday's coming up very soon. That's good, right? That's good. Man, give thanks to the Lord for His faithful love. How is it that the Lord has loved you? What has He done in your life that gives evidence to the love that He had for you already? Right? He did it because He already had loved you. He saved you. He rescued you. Give thanks to the Lord. And what has He done? Look at the end of this. Wondrous works for all humanity. What has the Lord done for all humanity? Just think about the general revelation of God to us and the general showing of His love to the world. You know, but the rainbow, you know, we think about from Noah, right? This promise that I will never do this again. We need to reclaim the rainbow, don't we? And the true meaning of it. It's so funny because it's not a symbol of pride. It's a symbol of humility and humiliation. This is who we were, and the Lord said, I will save you out of that, you know. So we need to consider what God has done. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. He is good. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Here's part of my Thanksgiving gift to you. Shorter video than normal. All right, there you go. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We start a new quarter next week. Looking forward to the Christmas season, the winter, December, January, February, and what God's going to teach us during that time. All right. Like the channel, like the video, comment if you got questions. Tell us what you're thankful for this season.